Everybody's got the whole journaling game wrong. Now, we already know the many powerful benefits of journaling: heightened self-awareness, positive thinking, daily gratitude, mindfulness, accountability, and even improved mental health. But let's be honest, so many of the guided journals out there on the market can be very limiting. They're all cluttered with excessive prompts that restrict the way that you want to journal. They have strict rules and rigid structures which constrain your ability to freely express all of your thoughts and everything you want to be able to process on paper, which is the entire point of journaling. To be completely honest, I've always hated guided journals, so I've always journaled in plain notebooks, trying to figure out the best way to journal so that I could extract as much benefit for my self-growth as I possibly could. After putting so much thought into it, this strategy was well-rounded and strategic to ensure that every single time I wrote using that strategy, I was achieving optimal self-growth every single day. And using this strategy allowed me to manifest my dream life, cultivate a more positive and abundant way of thinking, stay grateful every single day, let go of the past, stay accountable on my goals, and explore all of the thoughts that I was holding in my subconscious mind that I wasn't even aware of because of the amount of time I was taking to write. I've always been obsessed with the process of trying to meet my full potential, and I found that this strategy of journaling helped me do just that, and I wanted to help my audience and so many other people all over the world achieve the same. Which leads me to introduce you to Obsessed with Growth, a self-growth centered guided journal that takes a different approach. It is research backed. It has been used by me personally for years. It's specifically designed to allow your thoughts to flow freely while still incorporating so many popular journaling techniques and benefits that you can gain, such as multiple pages of prompts, gratitude practices, manifestation pages, progress trackers, and so much more. I have to say, my favorite thing about this journal is the fact that ever since I've been writing in this way, it's encouraged me to live a life that I want to write about. This isn't just a journal. It's the ultimate tool for self-discovery, transformation, and growth. Okay, so what makes Obsessed with Growth actually that different? Let me break it down for you. Number one, the journal starts with a few pages that are filled with a tutorial on how to utilize each page of the journal to its maximum benefit so that you can extract all of the growth you possibly can. Following that, you have a vision board page and identity shifting page. The vision board page has divided your life into all of its relevant sections so that you can get really clear on what your actual goals are and what kind of life you want to live. It's really helpful to reference it throughout to make sure that you're actually staying on track. There's no point journaling if you haven't defined your vision and purpose beforehand. The identity shifting page has to be my personal favorite. I've never seen a journal with this before, and this is a tool that I've used so many times on my own journey to becoming my best self because it helps you reprogram your mind to be able to work in your favor to close the gap between your current and most ideal self. Number two, we have the daily entries. Every single daily entry is a double page spread to allow your thoughts to flow freely and give you more than enough writing space. We start with the daily recap. This kind of acts as your diary entry. This is where you're going to document your daily feelings, your mood, and what's going on. And this daily recap section is the biggest thing that helps you become your own life coach, because then you're able to identify the patterns that affect your well-being, that being paired with the blank mood tracker at the top of every single page. Before you journal, you need to write whatever you're feeling that day. That way, when your future self is flipping through all of your past entries, it's really easy to identify what was a good day, what was a bad day, and then start seeing the difference between what occurred that day to be able to design a life that actually works for you based on your past experiences. Underneath that, there's a gratitude section which encourages you to go in depth in feeling your gratitude on one certain experience on that day, or you can split it up and use each 3 lines to write 3 things you're grateful for that day. Regular gratitude practice raises your energy and vibration, enhancing both your manifesting abilities and your overall positivity. Then we have the current goals section. This is your space to jot down anything you're desiring, you're working towards, you're thinking about pursuing in the near future. Not only are you going to jot down your current goals and desires, but also explore your feelings around them. Are you feeling anxious? Why is that? What are you more confident about? But I used to write my goals, and then as I started to dive deeper into explaining why I'm desiring those things, I uncovered so many thoughts that were held back in the subconscious part of my brain that I wasn't even aware of day to day because I wasn't taking time to be present with it. Alternatively, on days where you might not be feeling quite as inspired, you can flip back to the start of the journal where there are 4 pages on different types of prompts, and you can use the current goal section every single day to write your answer to that prompt. And the last section on the daily double page spread is the checklist. This is simple. It keeps you accountable. Every day when you start a new page in your journal, you have to go back to the previous one and start checking off if you did what you wrote on your checklist the previous day. If you didn't do certain things, then you can transfer them over into your checklist for the current day. And this means that you are always remembering to stay on track with what you are telling yourself you are doing. You are always keeping your promises to yourself and therefore increasing your self-trust and your self-love and growing in the process because you're actually getting things done. This process helps you refine your approach and make sure you're not repeating the same old mistakes all the time because you are forced to reflect on how the previous day went. The third thing that makes Obsessed with Growth different are the future self journaling pages. These pages are featured after every 7 entries. Future self journaling is a transformative exercise where you write and act as though you are already your future self. This is also an example of quantum leaping, aka shifting timelines, which in turn helps reprogram your mind, help you visualize, and once again, alter your subconscious mind to work in your favor rather than harboring all of those limiting thoughts that hold us back. Future self journaling helps to rewire your subconscious and helps you manifest because you're writing as though you have already achieved everything that you want. It's really helpful here to reference back the previous 7 entries, what you wrote in your current goals, and really help you remember what were my ideas throughout the week, what am I desiring, what's coming up for me, and also take time to fully feel the emotion of what it's going to be like when you achieve everything you want. That very process has actually been proven to be the fastest manifestation method. The fourth thing that makes Obsessed with Growth different is the progress check pages. These are also placed after every 7 of the daily entries, and it's divided into 2 columns. What's going well and what needs to change. What things were you easily checking off your checklist? What did you keep procrastinating on and why? And then there's a blank writing space right below that allows you to explore why this might be happening. That way, when you are about to go into a brand new week of journaling, you're not carrying in any of those same repeated patterns or mistakes again. You can both celebrate your wins and also acknowledge what needs to improve as you continue to move forward. The fifth thing that makes Obsessed with Growth different is the Let It Go pages. These are double page spreads, also placed after every 7 entries. This is where you can scribble, rip, write, draw, swear, scream, destroy your journal, essentially. I find that journaling has been so romanticized, and I do love that. But let's not forget that one of the most powerful techniques and one of the most powerful ways to use journaling is to get out all of those emotions that we have been harboring and holding down because we can't necessarily rant to people or scream at them and tell them how we really feel all the time. And if we are always keeping them down, we are lowering our vibration, we are affecting our energy, and we are not doing our best favor for ourselves by freeing up our emotional and thought capacity to be able to pursue other things. It's also especially designed to help you regularly regulate your emotions so that you can live and feel as your best self all the time. Finally, we have all of the fun stuff. The cover is made out of this gorgeous cream linen. Within the journal, you get a ribbon bookmark so that you never lose your place. There's also a special page at the end of the journal, which is unlike any of the other pages throughout, but I'm going to keep that as a surprise. The entire journal is undated because I believe you can start your growth and self-transformation journey at any point in time. Even if it's the middle of 2025, you can start today. Start on a Wednesday, start in the evening, start at the end of the year. Every single double page spread also features a brand new affirmation every single day. That way, before you even write, you have an inspirational phrase that puts you in the right mindset. The entire journal is 300 pages long. 288 of those pages are pages specifically designed for you to write and journal in. The paper has been recycled and is 100 GSM. It features a flat lay spine, so you have the most comfortable writing experience. And if you were to use it every single day, it will last around 5.5 months. The Obsessed with Growth guided journal is available now worldwide, exclusively available on my website, tamkaur.com. You guys can check it out via the link below in my description. This has always been such a passion project of mine. I hope you guys enjoy it as much as I do, and I can confidently say and promise you that you will be a different person by the time you finish this journal.